Light the beam! Light the beam! Light the beam! Light the beam!
Light the beam. Welcome back into the Sports Cave with Biggest Puma. I am your host, Sam Freeze, broadcasting once again live here on the north side if you are watching YouTube, live to tape if you are listening to the audio version of the program in the future. We are 37 days away from the NFL draft, but NFL is nowhere to be found on the run sheet after that tonight. We have...
But you know what's going on right now? The semifinals of TGL.
Okay, add that to the list of the reason why this is a return of distraction Armageddon. I didn't even have that on the list of reasons I am going to be distracted tonight. The semifinals of TGL going up against the championship game of the World Baseball Classic, also going up against the first four games of the NCAA tournament, which
they're playing.
Will be our main seggy tonight. Also, we have a Spurs game that tips off at 9 o'clock. So I don't know how we're going to make it through
It's
this
a tight
show.
hour. This is going to be, if you can hear my voice, this is a tight hour. For real. I'm not going to laugh this one off.
It does sound like your need for this to be a tight hour is actually valid.
I need the tightest.
Yeah,
right now.
don't we all? It's going to be a tight hour. And it's not just because of your voice being in the condition that it is.
Oh, this is grown and sexy right here, baby.
I'm sure some people are going to appreciate this version of the cap that we have tonight. We are all playing a little under the weather, which is why we weren't in the room last night, which is why we are now going to be massively distracted trying to do the program tonight. If you can't tell by Cap's voice, he's obviously battling something. I was sick all weekend. If you heard the radio program, if you heard the Andy Everett show last Friday, you heard me struggling to make it through the final hour of that show as my sickness was starting to encroach. And then, of course, there's LG, who always... LG, when's the last time you were sick?
I don't know, a few weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
That was the clap, right?
Yes, that was. I don't count that as a sickness. That's just
a bacterial infection.
Yeah, that's just comes along with playing the game. I mean, that's nothing
The crabs haven't gone away yet.
Nothing out of or nothing under your own control. No, it feels like LG is the healthiest out of the three of us. He's the one that seemingly is never having to use health as a reason to move shows. But we, of course, in order for this to be a tight hour, we got to stay focused. There's no stupid national day today. It's St. Patty's Day, so let's get that out of the way.
I don't know if we're going to have one live listener.
No, because it's St. Patty's Day, which is why
come here, come on and drunk text us on here and tell us where you're at.
Don't worry, because iHeart appreciates those audio downloads more than they do the live viewer count, so we don't have to be worried about that. We do have a weekend recap to get to. We'll talk a little bit about. I've got an unveiling of a poster that a listener sent us. We'll get to that here in a second. Of course, we got to do some Spurs notes. Spurs went 2-1 since we were last in the room, and
the
one hurts, but the fact that Wemby was not in the lineup for that one, but also they had a 20-point lead in that one that they lost to the Nuggets. So we'll talk a little bit of Spurs. Not going to go as deep on the Spurs tonight because Champ, be careful telling another man to gargle something. What do we have?
Hold up.
Zeb giving you health advice in the chat.
Gargle some water.
Yeah,
I got some hot tea. I don't know how anybody can drink anything hot. It's just.
You didn't tell me that. Hot tea is awful. Sweet tea is what I was talking. You were.
Sweet tea.
You were. Okay, that's why you asked what you were so incredulous when I said I was
So
a tea
Texas.
guy. Yeah, that's it. Like, I don't drink green tea. I don't drink matcha tea. I don't drink any liberal woke
boba
tea.
tea.
I drink sweet tea. I'm a Texan. I add sugar to my sweet tea when I'm at the restaurant.
But good to hear from you, champ, Zeb.
Always, yeah, champ, Zeb, keep telling Cap what he can gargle.
Oh, pause.
I mean, we are the champs, so we get to wear the crown at least for 1 year. No, Main Seggy, we're going to fill out the three of us. I'm going to show how sometimes having more, not knowledge or, well, yeah, just I watched more college basketball than you and
You
LG
know
did.
names. I don't know
like,
one. I know Boozer. That's it.
and there's two Boozers.
What?
They're twins. See, you don't even know that. See, this is why it's going to drive me crazy. The Main Seggy, we're going to pick between the three of us. We're all going to put our picks down for every first round game. We're not going to fill out a whole bracket.
Yeah.
We're going to do every first round game, and I'm going to prove that despite watching more college basketball than both of y'all combined, one or both of y'all will make better picks than I do in this bracket. It always drives me insane. And then I've got a couple other notes regarding the bracket as well. Of course, we'll close out with a lightning round. We've got you remember last week, one of the Today in Sports was what was his name? Randy Fine? No,
Randy Watson.
No, Randy Fine is the representative that can't watch his weight. Randy Watson is one of the greatest wedding bands ever. Randy Hold was his name. Back in 1979, Randy Hold got 67 penalty minutes
2 away from
in
the
an
greatest
NHL game. Yeah, you are on meds already. You're cracking 69 jokes like it's a junior high cafeteria.
67.
Oh, God. Now you're really... For whatever reason, the roommate has picked, like, I don't...
She's doing it?
Dude, it's driving me insane. We don't have time. We're doing a tight hour. I don't even have time. I don't have time to complain about the roommate tonight because we've got to stay on schedule.
69, dudes!
I've got I saw a guy in the coffee shop the other day. This is worth a detour. He had a Wild Stallions tour shirt on. And very, very rarely do I get jealous of another man's clothes in public. I wanted to rip the shirt off the dude's back and run out of the coffee shop.
Straight hockey style.
Just
like,
straight rip, just jank it off and run. He'd never see me again. I'll find a new coffee shop, but I wanted that shirt so bad. No, we've got an update. A good listener, Royce, after I solicited help to get the full story on Randy Hold's 67 penalty minutes. We've got the full story, so we'll do a follow-up along with, close it out with Today in Sports for this March 17th broadcast. But before we go any further, before we get into a weekend recap, LG, tell the good folks how they can help support the program.
You can help support the program by subscribing to this thing. And the Amazon wish list is up there. You can like it as well. Like it. And give us a tip in the super chat because we like the tips.
Yeah, and I see, we the number of viewers we have on videos doesn't match the number of thumbs ups.
Yeah.
Is that likes? I guess.
Yeah, that's
okay.
likes.
Yeah.
So literally,
I hit the thumbs up. You can hit the thumbs up.
it's a simple plea. It's a simple request. You've heard it thousands of times.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe. Subscribe to this thing on YouTube. Absolutely free. Will never cost you a penny for a subby. Helps us out a lot. Give us a thumbs up on the videos you watch. Hell, go back and thumbs up all the ones you watched previously. It helps put us in the AI algorithm that Cap hates so much. And as LG said, we have removed the 93 Honda Accord from the show wish list, but we still have plenty of other items on there that if you do feel so inclined.
And become a member. The first content might be me pinching LG for not wearing green. I'm going to come to pinch you. I'm going to come to pinch you.
Are we?
Meh.
Yeah, okay. I respect the man that says meh.
Meh.
The only reason I'm wearing green One, because the roommate reminded me before I ran out the door. Two, if you're not watching the stream, there's no better shade of green than Dallas Stars victory green.
Oh, okay.
Although last night they ended their 15-game win. No,
They lost that.
But they
against
hadn't lost.
the Avalanche.
But they hadn't lost. Their 15
because that was a
game
shootout.
point streak. So they still got a point out of that.
Yeah.
The win streak was gone, but last night they lost in regulation to the
Trash water.
hot tea is not good. It's gonna help. It's gonna help though.
Yeah.
Power through.
Yeah.
No, there's no better. It's a hockey sweater, so with the weather, I don't have to carry a jacket around.
Did you see Team USA walking in with hockey?
It was pretty dope.
Hockey jerts?
Did you see that they were the actual game worn jerseys?
Oh, were they?
They got game worn jerseys from all the guys from the hockey team.
Which jersey fit Judge? That's got to be a custom
Hockey
jersey.
jerseys are huge, man. They got to go over all that padding.
Oh, true.
I didn't see what number he was wearing, but I would guess it was probably a goalie's jersey because those have got to be bigger to get over all of that padding. But
Wes, that's a little vulgar. And his name was Eeyore.
you can always count on Wes throwing a little vulgarity into the chat. Let's do.
Pooh.
Speaking
How you doing,
speaking of St. Patty's Day and wearing green, of course it is St. Patty's Day tonight. But I think majority of the celebrations took place over the weekend, which I don't know. I mean, with your condition, LG, I don't know how much you got out into it all. I did the radio show Friday. Woke up Friday morning feeling like refried dog turd. And knew I had to do the show. So I'm getting through the show at all, just trying to physically make it through.
Like physically, I feel great. Like never ran a fever, never had cold sweats. It's just all mucus in my, it's like bronchitis. And it's just, I've had a lot of stress. My dad's in the hospital. He's getting better. Thanks for putting the prayers and everything
Shout
out
out
there.
Pops.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's just me losing my voice, yelling at certain people, and
See,
having
mine
to
was
explain it 15,000 times, and it's just
another reason to hit that Amazon wish list so we can get both these guys a home setup, so I don't have to come here to my house
When
to
they're
infect
sick.
me with their sicknesses.
it's
Look.
not infectious. I went to the
Sure,
clinic, man.
sure.
Look, I haven't run a fever since Sunday, so I am.
See, that's the sick man. Dude.
I'm fine now.
I not one fever. It's
See,
just,
I didn't run a fever until when I got home from the show Friday night. I took my temperature and I was like, okay, I'm actually sick. And that was, drove home Friday night and then I didn't leave my house again until yesterday to go get it. You know what makes me feel better when I'm sick?
tequila.
Well, I wish. I haven't had a sip. Tequila has not entered my system since last Wednesday night.
Are we going
Almost a
are we
full
going on a record?
Almost. Well, records are meant to be broken, Cap. I mean, no, that tells you.
Yeah.
I had one pack of cigarette from I didn't even burn through a pack all weekend because I was sick.
I tried to refrain from smoking cigarettes, I guess, if we want to call them that.
That's CBD.
CBD.
It's legal.
It's legal till the 31st.
Yeah.
Smoking reefer?
That's CBD reefer.
But this weekend I was a little stressed out and I was like, F it. I'm doing it.
No,
It's of course it messed up my voice and I was like, damn it.
Yeah, my system couldn't take but about 2 heaters a day, and even that was stupid. Every time I did it, I regretted it. But yeah, no, what makes me feel better when I'm sick, because I'm a bad sick dude. I am miserable. Nothing. I feel like I know I'm
Don't
not.
talk to me, man.
I know I'm
But
not
fix me, please.
gonna die, but you can't convince me that I'm not on my deathbed. If my temperature is over 100, I'm on my deathbed in terms of how I act. I mean, it's not. I'm not proud of it, but I'm a bad sick. So
He's a little baby.
growing up, the only fast food we had in my little hole in the wall town was Dairy Queen.
Oh,
And so when I'm
Steak
sick,
fingers.
that's it. That's when I am sick is when I want a steak finger basket more than any other time. So finally yesterday, I managed to leave the house for the first time as Venezuela. Dadgummit.
take him out. God.
It's only two. It's only two.
I know it's
a lot
only
of baseball
two, but
left.
McLean, no.
We're going to be distracted all night. But no, yesterday I managed to muster up the energy and make it to Dairy Queen and then get my steak finger basket, which I now give all the credit to. The reason I'm feeling better
Steak fingers.
is the steak fingers. There's no question. It's actually the gravy. The gravy is where the healing takes place.
So the Puma's Dairy Queen of choice, steak fingers with extra gravy.
That's correct. Yeah, because you got to have gravy for the fries too. So
That is true.
all in all, I'm assuming neither one of y'all did anything for St. Patty's over the weekend? No.
I mean, there's only so many blackouts I can have. It's like I don't need to be around all that noise.
So there was one year, speaking of blackout, there was one year before the roommate, whenever I was in college at living in Stephenville, Texas. It was St. Patty's Day weekend celebration, you know. I was still fairly early in my legal age of drinking years, early 20s. And there was because all these bars are getting, promotional people to come in, give away free shots,
all
free
the
beers.
liquor. This is like Liquor Reps Super Bowl right now.
So I had no idea how that world worked yet. I had no idea of, exactly.
All the girls with the little plastic shots coming around.
Buddy. So
You're like double fisting,
buddy. So I'm in Stephenville with a group of my buddies. There was, some of those promo girls came by with shots, asked if we wanted them. And for whatever reason, I thought I was going to marry one of those girls. Like, it was like instantly, it was like, all right, there's something here. Like, we're going to work.
She likes me.
Exactly. It
The
was
stripper really likes
That's
me.
exactly what it was, dude. And so all night I'm working the angle hard, and which also means I'm hitting her up for
She's just
free
feeding,
shots.
She's feeding the
It's-
shots.
Dude, she's feeding them all night. And by the end of the night, I can barely slur my own name, and I'm trying to get a number. It was one of the harshest rejections I had ever experienced in my life at that point.
No.
It's correct. As I'm trying to, hey, where are y'all going next? Where's
the party,
Let's
bro?
keep it going, right? We come to the house. We got our house here. I swear, I'm cool. I don't know. You'll think they're cool too.
I got a couple friends for your friends.
You want to play some PlayStation? I got a PS3. So yeah, it resulted in the worst rejection I had experienced at that time, and two, resulted in the worst hangover I think I had experienced up until that point, because it was some kind of, really bad, like, flavored liquor. Like, it was like a flavored whiskey. It was like a maybe even Jack and Honey or something like that.
Try the new Apple Jack Daniels.
I think that it was Apple. I think that's exactly what it was.
Let's just put some more sugar in this.
Dude, it was no. Like, as soon as I woke up the next morning, one,
You didn't see that though.
I regretted every life decision I'd ever made, not just the ones in the previous 24 hours. I started real deep introspection of how did I get here? How did this happen to me like it did yesterday? And two, it made me really never feel the need to celebrate St. Patty's Day again. So this year, luckily enough, was sick, so I didn't have the temptation to fight the drunks to just get my normal drink at my normal place, which is a big St. Patty's Day place. I mean, they have
So not only St. Patty's time of year, it's also crawfish boil season.
It is indeed.
And the north side is, oh my God, every bar is having it like Saturday, Sunday, a Tuesday, a Friday here. And it's like, how much crawfish can one person eat, dude? Like,
No,
I don't get it.
I look, growing up sucking mud bugs, like I feel like I ate enough crawfish as a kid to be content the rest of my life.
And
It's-
you're all drunk and you don't peel it right, and you're just so like trying to get it, and like
no,
like,
it's
you're-
a
you're
it's a
literally-
hassle, is what
You're
it is.
literally passing shell, and the next day,
Eventually, yeah.
just slicing up your.
Yeah, but the shell, that's where all the flavor is, Cap. That's how you got to get all the flavor. If you're going to go through all that effort, you might as well get a little extra flavor.
Every once in a while, I'll go get some like lobster tails or shrimp, and I'm like, throw those in there, and I'll just be sitting there waiting for my dish.
Are you a, so
I don't eat crawfish. Like I'll eat
Okay.
like crawfish etouffee or something.
sure, if it's,
But I'm not sitting there doing all that work
yeah, all the effort.
for like this much meat.
How you feel about snow crab?
Oh, yeah, it's a little work, but it's better than
It's not as much
crawfish.
work,
Yeah.
but it's still a lot of work for a little bit of meat.
Opelia crab is the one that really just, I'm like,
Opelia crab.
yeah, that's the one with the like thin legs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dude, any kind of cockroach from the ocean, I will eat. I love, what's the word? Crustaceans? Yeah, there we go.
Crustacean.
Yeah, I'm all about that life. Of course, over the weekend also we had the World Baseball Classic give us the results that left us with the championship game we have here tonight as USA gets out of the inning. 2-0 now going to the bottom of the fifth. The U.S. Gets through their side of the bracket. Venezuela beats Italy last night. U.S. beat the Dominican Republic Sunday night
That
in a
was
great game. Was 2-1?
Yeah. Man, couple.
Yeah, There's some ABS.
Next year.
So this is
There's been a couple on this game too, man.
This
Like,
is the last meaningful baseball I think we will ever watch in our life. Tonight will be the last game of meaningful baseball where we won't have some form of replay or challenging.
and surprisingly, it seems like besides the last two games, they've been calling it pretty good.
For the most part,
I
yeah.
have not seen any egregious pitches besides the last two batters for Dominican Republic.
Well, Soto in the 8th, and then
but you guys swing on a full count when it's that close.
I
I'm
tend to
sorry.
agree. I tend to agree.
You can't like it's like
You can't leave it into the hands because you don't have the
Replay.
safety net of replay. And I think that is now, that being said, that ball really wasn't that close. It was deceptive because it was a breaking ball that dropped down, but I mean it was
that ump was in the hype.
Yeah, he
It was-
wanted that moment.
It was a full count. You better swing at this ball, or I'm gonna ring you out.
Yeah, he wanted the moment to have the spotlight to make that call, and luckily,
And what was it? Miller was throwing 102, 103.
Yeah, he flirted 102, flirting
and then he
103.
Just drops that breaking ball in on you.
No, and Smoltz was calling for it. As much as I can't stand John Smoltz,
Yeah.
there's also like 3 to 4 times a game that he's calling where I'm like, damn, that's good analysis.
Yeah.
Like that's when he's just talking about pitch selection or bullpen strategy, usage by a manager, something like that. I love John Smoltz. When we're getting John Smoltz talking about anything else and everything else,
Yeah.
because he just starts randomly going on a tangent at
I
times.
like a good tangent.
Yeah, not when it's Smoltzy. I had enough of him.
He's got all that knowledge from Maddox. Like, and that's like, I love his Maddox stories.
Oh, the Maddox stories are great. I mean,
Yeah.
all of the Maddox, Glavine, that
Yeah.
whole run they had. But I kind of still love the fact that they only out of all those years,
only got one.
only got one. That also makes me happy as much as I had to see
The most lethal lineup in baseball.
the Braves on
starters.
TBS. The only other thing I have from a weekend recap that I want to squeeze in here. We're going to do a bit of an unveiling. You remember?
I thought this was gonna be like a fantasy baseball thing, and I'm like, are we doing fantasy baseball?
Oh no. I have a giant white envelope, really bigger than an envelope. What would you call that?
Man, that's
It's like
it's an envelope.
it's an envelope, but it's an oversized envelope, big enough to fit here. I'll block Cap from screen. Big enough to fit a poster inside it. You remember what I got the roommate for a Christmas present, right?
Yeah.
The zoo pass, season's pass to the zoo. And then you also remember when we went for the first time to go see the new gorilla exhibit, Congo Falls, and talked about how awesome it was.
And you killed the iguana.
Well, that wasn't this time, and it wasn't an iguana. It was, unfortunately, it was worse. It was a Komodo dragon named Bubba. But we're past that. The zoo still allows me in, and they took my money for our season's passes. But something really cool. You've seen his work all over. He used to do, he did the posters for Mike's Barbecue. He's done posters for the Spurs. He's done posters for UTSA. Jeff Traylor has one of his posters in his office. Of course, I'm talking about local artist Martin Leal. Marty sent me this poster, an extra copy he had. This is the poster he drew for the opening of Congo Falls. Let's see. Can I get that good on camera there?
Let me see.
Yeah, that is Marty's work. There are so many little Easter eggs in this poster too.
Yeah. So is that like Gorillas in the Mist? Guy down the left, bottom left,
Hanging out by himself down there.
That's bottom right, sir.
Oh, well, it's stage left.
Stage
Yeah, it's you've got the tallest gorilla exhibit in the world featured. You've got a bunch of Marty signed it for me as well. The cool walkway that goes across the top there.
Out a little bit so they can see it.
There's pretty dope poster. I will
like
now
that.
be adding. I'm going to get it framed because I know despite your pushback against the important work that the zoo does in the land of conservation and actually protecting these species, I love the zoo.
We can protect them by locking them into a cage for the rest of their life. That's true.
It protects them, does it not?
San Antonio Zoo is 100% cage free.
That's correct. It's also
There's cages.
It's
I've seen
also
them.
100% privately funded as well. It's one of the biggest zoos in America that runs off private donations.
Can they roam wherever they want?
Well, what do you want? You want the gorillas roaming into the?
Where were they born?
You want a gorilla to throw a capybara like Peyton Manning? Like, what are you asking for? You want to see the Komodo dragon
They're in Africa.
and the?
You take them back to the jungle.
Oh, just go back to Africa is what you're saying. Okay, you heard it here first. Cap wants to send them all back to Africa. All of the zoo animals in America. Just
Or Australia, either one.
oh, either one. Yeah, fair.
The
fair.
kangaroos,
No,
pandas.
Shout out. Thank you again, Marty, for sending me that.
Very cool.
It was a nice surprise. I walked into the station today and I had the security guard flag me down, and say I had a package at the front, which I thought was going to be some termination papers or something like
You
that.
need to sign this before you leave.
Exactly. That's why I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I'm like, oh, God, here it is. They're not letting me in.
This isn't good.
This is it. And but no, it was just an awesome poster from Marty. So thank you for that. 8:34. Let's do some Spurs notes. I swear, part of the reason, I buried the lead at the front. Part of the reason this is going to be a tight hour tonight, because we're planning. I think I have y'all's commitment, right? The yes before. Okay, yeah, the shrug.
I got nothing else to do.
Okay. We are planning to do a tight 4 hours.
What?
On Friday. 4 hours.
With breaks.
With breaks, with smoke breaks, with food breaks, with beverage breaks. We're going to do a watch party on Friday from 3 to 7. I'll post about it, put some promo. Oh God, I didn't post before the show tonight. Oh
I got
well.
a bad feeling about this.
Just push through.
We're
Push
plowing through, head down, plow through. We're going to do a watch party for the NCAA tournament games on Friday from 3 to 7. That'll be our second show of the week. Also, hopefully give you a little bit of time to get the voice back up and running if
I'm on steroids, baby. I'm ready.
if we wait till Friday to do another show. But I also, I think it'll be fun. Pop in, pop out, hang out with us Friday, 3 to 7 here on the YouTube channel as we watch some of the tournament games and recap some of our picks that we're going to make tonight in the main seggy. As far as Spurs notes go, I mentioned Spurs went 2-1 since we were last in the room last Wednesday. That Thursday night lost to the Nuggets 136-131, which really stings. It wouldn't sting, going into that game with Wemby warming up but then not playing. You don't chalk it up to a loss. I'm not suggesting that, but you feel better about a loss knowing that you didn't have Wemby in that game. The problem is the guys without Wemby went out there and got a 20-point lead over Jokic and Murray and then let that slip away, end up losing that game by 5.
Well, I think they went into halftime and readjusted their whole game plan. And it was like, Jamal, Wemby's not in the middle anymore. Just attack the rim. And he came out with 39 points.
And that's what you saw in the second half. Yeah.
It was a complete, like we stayed there for 4 minutes. We held on 4 minutes, 5 minutes in the third quarter. But then Jamal Murray just started taking over. Joker does what Joker does. They were hitting shots. We weren't hitting crap. Turnovers. It was just what could have gone wrong did go wrong.
Yeah, and that's why, the way they lost that game, the way they blew that lead, I was not concerned, but was really curious to see how they were going to come out Saturday because afternoon tip-off always worries me, no matter how good the team is, no matter who's on the roster.
Yeah.
I don't like afternoon tip-offs in the NBA. It just throws off the whole...
Even when we had the big three, we were not good in afternoons.
It just throws off the routine. Your normal routine is different. So I always raise an eyebrow when I see an afternoon game on the schedule. Combine that with the fact that last Saturday afternoon, the team they were playing, the Charlotte Hornets, were hot. They were 8-2 in their last 10 games at that point.
Yeah.
Of course, Spurs, we all know now, Spurs get Wemby back for that game. He has 32 points, 12 rebounds in a 115-102 victory. A great response after blowing the lead to Denver. To come out and get that victory.
Wemby gave Joker eyes to him at the end of the game. Did you see that little? He wasn't smiling. Joker came over, looked over, kind of like happy, and Wemby was just staring him down. We got 2 more games with you, buddy. Wemby ain't gonna be out for those ones.
After the Nuggets game.
Yeah, the Nuggets game. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think you saw a Wemby that if it was up to him, he would have played in that Nuggets game. I mean, he was out there warming up with ankle braces, and to be held out of that game or to miss that game, whichever way you want to look at it, he was wanting to make sure the Spurs got back on the winning side of things Saturday afternoon, evidenced by his own individual performance. The other takeaway from that game, though, and it didn't happen after that game, it happened yesterday. Are you familiar with Kevin O'Connor? He's a Yahoo Sports NBA writer. He wrote for The Ringer for a while. He's written for different publications. He's a bit of I hesitate to say this because unfortunately I fear I might share some of the same traits I'm about to apply to him.
Pessimistic?
Well, no, just more of a bit of a know-it-all and always thinks his position is right regardless of the evidence presented to the contrary. And yesterday, on the Kevin O'Connor show. They did a redraft of the 2025 draft, the most recent draft. They redrafted, which would mean Mavs are still taking Cooper Flagg 1-1. But who would the Spurs take now, knowing what they know about the guys, if they could redraft? And it's basically, would they take anybody over Dylan Harper? And it's basically, would you take Con Knipple over Dylan Harper if you got the redraft? And Kevin O'Connor yesterday on his show defiantly suggested that if the Spurs could redraft, they would, no doubt, zero question, take Con Knipple over Dylan Harper. And I think the majority of us would say no. Majority of us would say,
well, let's break it down real quick. What's the positives of Con Knipple? 3-pointers,
shooting,
obviously,
right.
Shooting. But he also gets fed the ball. He's a starter.
Yeah, he's got a lot more heavier volume.
Could he fit into our system right now? Because we knew that Dylan Harper was not going to be a starter. We didn't need a starter. We had our starters.
And I think would fit. He would come off the bench just fine the way Harper does. Yeah. But
would he get the volume of shots to get in the rhythm?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
2, I still don't believe he has a long-term higher ceiling than Dylan Harper does. I think Harper still is clearly the better overall prospect in the long run. Mm-hmm. And 3, when Don Harris says you're wrong about the Spurs, there's about a 98.5% chance you're wrong about the Spurs. Yeah. And this is what caught my eye, because yesterday when Kevin O'Connor tweeted out or posted, X'd out, whatever the hell we're calling things these days. When he tweeted out that he tweeted out a clips of him saying the Spurs would take Con Knipple over Dylan Harper in a redraft. Don Harris just responded to the tweet, quote, "I can tell you as a fact, the answer is Dylan Harper." So right there, Don is rarely, if ever, wrong on the Spurs.
And he was like 10 toes down. He's like, I'm not even listening to your opinion.
No, I'm telling you as a fact, they would still take Dylan Harper. It's not a conversation.
The Hornets are barely 500. So don't tell me Con Knipple is that much of a game changer.
No, he's a great player, but I also think the
how's his
defensive limitations,
he's not fast.
No, the athleticism. Yeah. He's more athletic than most white guys, but it's still he's not like Cooper Flagg athletic.
Do you still remember my text a couple weeks ago?
Which one?
I just found out today Con Knipple was white.
Yeah, Con Knipple.
I don't see a white
what do you think
family being like, let's name our kid Con.
Do you think he was batting leadoff for Team Japan? Or
no, I thought he was black.
Okay, all right.
I thought he was black.
I thought it was
Con Knipple.
Con, like Wrath of Khan, like Genghis Khan, or
I thought Con, like if
I thought you were thinking it was spelled Khan. Like,
I did.
Okay. And you still thought, okay, whatever. So Don replies defiantly.
If the Wrath of Khan came out nowadays, he would definitely be black.
He'd be playing Michael B. Jordan.
Yes.
Oscar winner Michael B. Jordan.
Yes.
Oscar winner Wallace, still one of the hardest scenes to rewatch in The Wire. He still had the idea, though, as Wallace said. No, Don puts that out there. No, dude, you're wrong. I can tell you as fact, the answer is Dylan Harper. And then Kevin O'Connor has the balls to reply to Don, highly doubt it, with a big sniff. I added the sniff for emphasis, but highly doubt it. Who are you replying to my post? And then what followed is 25 quote tweets telling Kevin O'Connor he's wrong, 74 replies telling Kevin O'Connor he's wrong, and only 13 likes on that post, including a few bookmarks. So I think
he brought the facts.
Yeah, I think the kids would. I think the kids would say Kevin O'Connor got ratioed a little bit there by Don. But yeah,
it's like stay in your lane, son.
1,000%. Like, which I always love to see a national member of the media get shot down when they try to make broad sweeping statements about the Spurs. It just,
I was like, and after we saw the Hornets game, all they do is jack up threes.
yeah, that's it.
That's that. They like, and yes, and when Ball and Knipple are hitting, and even one of the other kids, it's like, yeah, they're hard to beat, but they've also been beaten as many times as they won.
Yeah, if Knipple and Brandon Miller are on fire, sure, that's one of the hardest teams to beat in the league. Sure, we can say that if they're. But if any team
They're
is
not
making
shooting
threes,
50%,
right?
you know, like
Exactly. But yeah, I enjoyed that Twitter back and forth yesterday, and then of course last night I would have liked to have seen the Spurs be able to give the starters and the regulars a little more rest, especially having a 20-point lead there in the second half. But they get down
especially without Kawhi. Like, come on,
exactly.
But they've been playing without Kawhi. Like that team knows how to unify without him.
Oh yeah, no. As any team that has Kawhi on the roster,
I could take the day off.
I'm sure Kawhi was busy planting trees while he was out of the game last night. No, the Spurs get down by 17, climb all the way back, down 17 early. That's it's the NBA that you can have a comeback if
We're
you're
down by 25 in the third last time.
Yeah, exactly. What was that? 75-50 in the third quarter of that game against the Clippers. Yeah, but they end up coming back, hold on to that game last night, win 119-115. And I say it would have been nice for them to have been able to hold that 20-point lead to give some guys some rest, because tonight they're going up a back-to-back against Sacramento, taking on the Kings tonight.
Do we really need to worry about it?
Every game. NBA, yes, absolutely.
They'll get their rest tonight.
If the Kings light the beam over the Spurs,
we're changing the front thing. There is no more light the beam if the Kings win tonight. I'm calling it.
you told me there's nothing to worry about. So why are we even considering
Because
that?
I feel like we're getting a little bad juju right now.
I do too. That's why I don't like you saying we shouldn't worry about
I'm just gonna be over the play like with this raspy voice. Bang the drum. Bang the drum.
Yeah,
Thumbs up?
I'm still timid
trying
on the drum.
I'm trying to get LG to make a custom beat for us. How's that coming along, LG?
With the drum? Or
No, just any beat. Just like we're gonna have our own theme music in the beginning.
have some house music provided by LG?
It's gonna be some
No.
Oh,
LG.
there's your answer.
You're gonna do it. We've already talked about this.
There's your answer. No,
Hell no.
Spurs tipping off in about 20 minutes from now as we record this, but I swear it's not going to be a tight hour, but it's going to be close. Let's move to the main segment because, again, we're going to do 4 hours.
You got an extra pen over there, Senor?
I don't, but I'll share it with you.
I'm good.
We're going to do, I'm going to write y'all's picks on mine too.
Okay, there you go.
We're going to do a watch party Friday, 3 to 7. And what we will be watching is, of course, the first round games of the NCAA tournament. We're not going to bore you with an entire full bracket prediction or full bracket filling out here tonight, but
We'll see how we get through the first. We could get through the first round fast. We might go to the second. But
yeah.
We'll see how we do.
The problem is as soon as one of these teams loses, picking second round games that aren't going to end up happening don't make for the greatest content. But
When's the second? So if it starts Friday,
so Thursday, Friday is first round games,
and then Saturday,
Sunday
is second
round.
By the time our next episode, we'll be in the third round.
we'll know Sweet 16.
Yeah.
We'll have Sweet 16, and that'll be next Thursday.
Yeah.
And Friday will be your Sweet 16, and then Elite 8 Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
This is my favorite week of the year, and the World Baseball Classic is making it even better this year.
Yeah.
But normally, I don't leave a screen for 12 hours every one of these days because I am 11 to 11 locked in watching as Aaron Judge is up to bat with a runner on first.
Come on, Judge.
Bottom of the sixth,
Captain.
2 out.
What's with this first four crap? Shouldn't we let those games play out before we fill out a bracket? Because we don't even know who's in those slots.
So the
play-ins.
one of the games has finished tonight. Howard held off UMBC. So Howard is the winner of that one. You remember that UMBC, University of Maryland, Baltimore County.
Didn't they beat Virginia?
They were the team, the first 16 seed to ever win a game in the tournament. They beat Virginia that year, but now they are out. They lost to Howard. The other game tonight, NC State versus Texas. What we'll do for that pick, if you think NC State or Texas is going to beat BYU, then we'll give you either one of those teams. Since we don't know the outcome, because that game is taking place now. Again, distraction Armageddon. We have way too much going on. And then the other first four games, LG, what is that? Lehigh versus Prairie View. Shout out Prairie View. And the other, what's the other split matchup? The other
Miami,
11.
Ohio, and SMU.
That's right. That's right. The much controversial Miami of Ohio versus the somewhat controversial SMU. Let's start there before we do the picks real fast, because watching Bruce Pearl on the CBS selection shows and all the pregame, postgame, lobbying his ass off to try to get his son's Auburn team, the team that he resigned from so late in the process that they had no choice but to hire his son. The team that was one game over 500 this year, Auburn, listening to Bruce Pearl trying to twist the pretzel logic.
They had a lot of injuries.
Hey, they beat three champions.
Yeah,
They beat three champions this year. But you finished a game over 500. You're not getting into the tournament. It's not that. I understand all of your metrics, all of your analytics you can pull out, all of your Ken Palm rankings, your net rankings, whatever you want to look at. There are angles where Auburn, of course, they would be a tournament. Oh, wait, no. They were 17-16 overall. They're not a tournament team. Yeah. We haven't expanded the tournament yet. They're not getting in.
The tournament is perfect. Don't expand it. Dude.
It's inevitable. It's not even worth fighting it mentally anymore, because I just know it's going to happen. The bigger question to me is, because every year I feel like you can argue 1 to 4 teams that shouldn't have made it and 1 to 4 teams that should have made it. I don't think Auburn is one of those teams you would argue for this year.
Yeah.
But if you want to argue Oklahoma, if you want to argue Stanford, if you want to argue or Auburn even, if you do want to try to argue it like Bruce Pearl, I'm not sure. I mean, we're splitting pubes here. There's not a lot. Like Texas got in and Oklahoma didn't. Those teams are not that much different. Like if you're an Oklahoma fan, you're pissed. If you're a Texas fan, you're happy.
It's just fandom.
The point of argument to me are the 10 seeds, because looking at 2 of them specifically, UCF, a 10 seed playing UCLA in the first round in the East region. UCF had a lower Ken Palm ranking and a lower net ranking than all 4 of the teams that are playing in the first 4.
Is the Ken Palm like the coaches ranking?
No, Ken Palm is this dude named Ken Pomeroy, he's basically a giant numbers nerd.
Yeah.
But his model is the one that a lot of coaching staffs use themselves. It's like
he's the Billy Bean of.
That's a great comp. That's exactly what it's like. It's an aggregate of a bunch of statistics all shoved into an equation, and it spits out a rating. It spits out a number, and then that. And Ken Palm is the one that when I'm arguing with somebody about one team being better than another, and I might start to question my argument a little bit, I pull up the Ken Palm ratings. I'm like, oh, no. Ken Palm says this
totally
team's
justified.
Yeah, he's 20 rankings higher. He has them 20 rankings higher. No, you're wrong, and move on, So that's one I turn to. But net ranking is the one you saw on the broadcast Selection Sunday. That's the one they were showing. So when they were showing first or last four in, first four out, they were showing the net rankings of all of those teams. But if they had shown the net rankings of the 10 seeds, you would have seen UCF not only had a lower, Miami of Ohio is the only team in the tournament that had a lower net ranking or KenPom ranking than UCF.
Yeah.
But Miami of Ohio, with only one loss, you're not keeping them out.
And that was during the tournament.
And that was in their conference tournament in an upset. So they, despite what their ranking said, they weren't being left out of the tournament. But UCF, not only were they lower than the first or the last four teams in, they were also lower than Washington, who was 16-17 on the year, had a losing record. And UCF had a lower net ranking than Washington, who had a losing record. And believe it or not, that's not the most atrocious of the 10 seeds, because if you look at the West region, Missouri as a 10 seed, not only did they get into the tournament, not only did they avoid the first four games, they got a 10 seed that places them playing 7 seed Miami. That game is being held in St. Louis, Missouri. Missouri as a 10 seed with a lower net ranking and KenPom ranking than the same Washington team I just told you about that had a losing record. Missouri played in the SEC. Washington played in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
2 of the 3, add the Big 12 in there. There's your 3 basketball conferences. Somehow the committee gave Missouri a 10 seed and a home game as the underdog in the first round, when their net ranking was in the late 50s and their KenPom ranking was in the mid 50s, lower than SMU, lower than Texas, lower than, who's the other first 4 team in, NC State.
Yeah.
Again, Miami of Ohio was the only team that was lower in the rankings than Missouri. And like I said, you're not going to leave Miami of Ohio out of the tournament. Yeah. So as I was watching the brackets, when I saw Missouri pop up as a 10 seed, you ask the roommate next time you talk to her, like,
did you go on a rant?
I went on a rant. I was sick,
ranting around.
So
the
it's
house.
this, like, I'm already in a bad mood, cantankerous as hell, stubborn. You know, the full redneck experience comes out of me whenever I am sick. So I'm just mad at everything, just red ass about everything happening. And when I saw Missouri get a home game as a 10 seed, it absolutely was infuriating. But besides all of that,
all right,
I think the rest of the bracket's pretty good. Spare a few exceptions, like St. John's being a 5 seed. I think Duke,
I thought they did great this year.
Won the Big East for the second straight year. What were they, a 6-loss team? Yeah, 6-loss team. The Big East was down, which hurt their net rankings.
Yeah,
because they didn't get to play as many good teams in conference as they usually do. But I think Duke, as the 1 seed overall, the 1 seed of all 1 seeds, I kind of think they got screwed when you look at the Eastern region, because these are the teams. Duke's the 1 seed.
all right.
UConn's the 2 seed. UConn and St. John's were the best 2 teams in the Big East this year. Michigan State is a 3 seed. Always dangerous. Tom Izzo, good mix of
Especially this year.
good mix of youth and veterans on that roster. And then your 4 seed is Kansas, who's probably has the number 1 overall pick on their roster. At worst, a top 3 pick in Darren Peterson, who now has decided there's no issues injury-wise. I'm going to play every minute of every game moving forward.
So your injured Duke team is going to have one of the hardest roads to the Final Four if they make it.
Looking at the regions,
And your fandom here is interacting with that negatively.
I'm furious.
furious.
If you can't tell,
Yeah, I can
I'm
tell.
trying not to overreact to it. But how in the hell does the number one overall seed in the tournament have to go through either UConn, Michigan State, Kansas, or St. John's in the region just to get to a Final Four? Especially when you look at let's look at regions here.
All right, let's look at it when we call them.
A 4 seed in the South is Nebraska. The 4 seed in the East is Kansas. Nebraska could have been in the East. Why is it Kansas? What are we doing?
Oh my God, they're just taking it to Duke every year.
They're always out to get us.
They're always out to get us. You sound like a Yankee fan right now.
So
That's what I'm telling you right now. You sound like a Yankee fan.
It's funny you say that because I told the roommate over the weekend as I was, to be honest, I watched Selection Sunday. I watched the show.
Yeah.
And then I didn't look at the bracket again until I printed these out at the station earlier today. So we're going to be doing this all live together. I haven't even made any picks until right now, but I told the roommate on Sunday as I was bitching about Duke having a hard
come on, get there.
hard path to get to the Final Four.
Didn't choke there, Rob.
I literally told her this is why I can't fully attack you without my own vulnerabilities when it comes to your Yankees and Niners fandom. Yeah. Because I fell in love with Steve Wojciechowski as a kid, and it will forever be a Duke fan. I understand that is just as
when you're the biggest name in the sport, the Yankees are the biggest name in basketball. I will give it to the Cowboys and thing, but the Niners are synonymous to Cowboys. When you say Cowboys, you think Niners. Period.
After you think of Tom Landry and
that's
Jerry
Cowboys.
Jones
That's Cowboys.
and-
When you think Cowboys, you think Niners. So those
That's certainly the first other team you think
and who's
of.
been better the last 30 years? Come on now.
Well,
Anyway.
I mean,
What? Anyway. So, but yes, you do get the short end of the stick a bunch of times. It is what it is.
haven't we still won the more recent Super Bowl though?
By a year.
Okay, that's I still.
Because you stole Dion.
I'll take it. Let's burn through. So the way we're gonna do this, I'm gonna ask you and LG which way you're leaning on the game, and then I'll talk about it for a minute, make my pick, and
Tight 20, 30 seconds.
see if I for sure. Okay. We'll see how that goes.
I'm gonna cut you off, man.
Yeah, put me on the clock, and then I'll see if I have swayed either of y'all to change your picks. Starting with Duke's first opponent, Siena.
All right. So
Solid mid-major team. I'll ask you, LG, Cap, what's
upset.
what? Okay, God dang it,
Duke.
it's Duke, right?
Yeah, it's Duke.
Who you got, LG?
Blue Devs.
Yeah, that one. I don't think as much as I could give you the
Only
reason.
3 upsets of a 1-16 team. One 20, 30 40 years ago. And then like you said, the UMBC Bisons with Virginia, and then Purdue 3 years ago. So history, I got all the ones going forward.
I do think Siena is better than your average 16 seed, which again upsets me that they're in the region with Duke. Duke has to play the hardest 16 seed in this bracket. That's not fair. It's not fair.
It's not fair.
I heard myself saying it, then I stopped. I was like, I had to make fun of my own self mid sentence. God dang it. No, Siena scares me.
No, be scared. You're gonna win.
It's gonna be Duke. It's gonna be Duke. I think we're all in agreement on Duke, so I'll go say Cap and LG Duke. Ohio State TCU. Which way are y'all leaning?
Because I don't know anything about them, and I didn't really see too much because I pay attention to the tournaments. I didn't see TCU do much. I saw Ohio State do more. I'm leaning Ohio State.
LG?
Ohio, which means good morning in Japanese.
Really?
Yep.
Is that?
Hey, and that's the tidbit from LG of the day.
Yeah. Is that? Was
Ohio.
the state of Ohio?
Ohio.
named.
No.
Okay, I was about to say. I
We were
thought.
real racist back then. We didn't name them after Japanese.
No, I think that was more in line with the Native American population of the Midwest that you reject the existence of. So both of y'all.
Today, not then. The Native Americans had all of America. There was an existence all over America from Native Americans.
But
Today, I don't think there's a lot of communities.
Andrew Jackson defiantly.
They moved him to Oklahoma. Nuff said, keep going.
Andrew
push through.
Jackson defiantly disagreed with the Supreme Court ruling that led to the Trail of Tears that you just simply described as moving them to Oklahoma.
Push through.
No, I think TCU wins this, and I'll tell you quickly.
Okay.
I'll admit, I watched way more Big 12 basketball than I did Big 10 basketball. But watching the way TCU played, the better, the Arizona, Houston, Kansas, Texas Tech, Iowa State, the rest of the big hitters in the Big 12. I think the Big 10 is a bit fraudulent this year outside of your Michigan, like Nebraska being as good as they were in the Big 10. I would say all 5 of those Big 12 teams I just listed are better than Nebraska. Yeah. So just based on strength of opponent this year, I like TCU in this game. I like the fighting Jamie Dixons to win this one. Did I sway either one of y'all?
No.
Staying with Ohio, both? LG?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that's a waste of breath to try to convince you. Other game, next one, St. John's at Northern Iowa. I feel bad for the Northern Iowa kids because on Selection Sunday, their feed was like delayed. And so when they showed up on the screen, they cut the camera to them and they were all just sitting there waiting for something. And then one guy pointed off. He's like, oh, hey, I think we're on screen. And then it was like, oh, but we never got to see the celebration because they moved on before we could see it. But yeah, I'll ask for your leans, both St. John's. I figure St. John's.
I thought they should have been like a 3 or 2 seed.
Yeah, 2 seed would have been crazy. 3 would have been really generous. They should have been a 4 seed, and they should have. Nebraska was the last of the 4 seeds. You can't convince me Nebraska's a better basketball team than St. John's.
It's really nailing Nebraska.
I am taking the Johnnies. Both of y'all sticking with St. John's.
Yep. St. John the Apostle.
All right. Next one, Kansas versus Cal Baptist. Cal Baptist has I believe he's the leading scorer right now. No, he's second. He's either second or third leading scorer overall in college basketball this year. But it's Cal Baptist. They don't have enough, making their first appearance in the tournament. Although Kansas historically has struggled in first round games where they are not a top 2 seed. I mean, they lost to Bucknell one year as a favorite, but not a 1 seed.
They had a deep run in the tournament. I put a lot of stock in these tournaments, the conference tournaments. So
I put a lot of stock in the conference tournaments when chalk teams have good run, like when a low rated bubble team makes a deep run in a conference tournament. Usually that just is them trying to save their season to get into the tournament, and then they usually fall flat on their face in the tournament. You don't see a lot of teams that overperform in the conference tournament do well in the NCAA tournament. Yeah. But despite my concern with Kansas, I still lean Kansas. They have Kansas. They've got the number 1 pick in the draft, or number 2, number 3 pick in the draft, who's actually willing to play games for them now. Both of y'all going Kansas too?
Yeah.
Okay, so the only disagreement so far, TCU. Louisville versus South Florida. This is your 6-11. Uncle Andy tells me South Florida is legit. He, with the UTSA's conference, he watched them play multiple times this year. They are high scoring, push the pace. Louisville can be taken. This is not it's a solid Louisville team, but a lot of holes.
Well, let me roll with Uncle Andy. I'll go with South Florida.
You're leaning South Florida. LG, what say you?
I'm gonna go with Louisville because I don't like South Florida's phallic logo.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the bull logo. It's there's something left to be desired there.
It's a jockstrap.
As much as I want to follow Uncle Andy on this one, I still think Louisville. I'm
hanging with you, Andy. Let's do it.
I like that we are all three kind of split on that one. Next up, 3 versus 14, Michigan State, North Dakota State.
I got Michigan State going.
Yeah, I'm not going to give you a whole lot. I mean, North Dakota State's a solid team from a bad conference.
Yeah.
But if Michigan State doesn't win this game, it would be a shocker to me.
Michigan State's in a lot of people's Final Four.
Yeah, which I think that would mean they beat UConn, Kansas, or Duke or St. John's along the way. I don't think that happens.
That could be a teaser for the rest of the bracket for me.
What say your Cap? You got Michigan State. LG, you're going
Michigan State.
Okay, so we are all in agreement. UCLA, UCF. I just told you how frustrating it is for UCF to get a 10 seed in this bracket.
Yeah.
UCLA started playing good ball after they had back-to-back 20-point losses for the first time since the 50s.
Yeah.
UCLA did. And it looked like Mitch Cronin might be on his way out, but they turned it around, had a good finish to the year. Give me UCLA. What say y'all?
Yeah, I'm going with UCLA.
Bruins.
Okay, we're all in agreement. And then last game in the East region, number 2 UConn versus my fighting Furman Paladins. Furman doesn't have it in them this year.
Yeah,
it's UConn. There's not much.
Huskies.
Yeah, there's not much.
Go Huskies.
We're all in agreement. So there is your East. Let's move to the South as we keep it going here. Florida versus the winner of Lehigh Prairie View. Can we all just say Florida and move on?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that I feel will be a slaughtering of the lambs, the sacrificial lamb, whichever ends up there. Clemson versus Iowa, your 8-9 matchup. Clemson lost to Duke in the ACC tournament. Iowa solid in the Big Ten this year, but again, I say a Big Ten that didn't quite have the depth as it has in past years. This might be part of my Duke bias, but I lean Clemson in this game because I, again, watched them play more this year, and I know that's not a good reason to pick them, but I don't trust Big Ten teams this year outside of Michigan, and even Michigan, I kind of have some questions.
Well, they're the lower seed, so I'm gonna go Clemson.
You're going Clemson.
I know nothing about them.
What say you, LG?
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. That's right. Clem. And then Vanderbilt, a tough game as the 5-12 matchup. Vanderbilt up against McNeese. You remember last year, the one of the heroes of the tournament was the McNeese trainer that carried the boombox on his shoulder.
All right.
Well, that coach left to go to NC State.
And that means they're going to lose. So.
Well, you would think so. And McNeese still had a great year, 28-5, carried on the.
Well, Vandy beat Florida in the tournament.
Vandy looked good.
So
Vandy looked real good. Cap goes Vandy. LG goes.
I'll go with the Cornelius Vanderbilts.
Cornelius Vandy. And I will take the American oligarchy and support the Vanderbilt family as well.
The Illuminati.
You don't think the Vanderbilts are?
That's what I'm saying.
Isn't that the Theo Vaughn? I'm pretty sure his great grandfather was a Vanderbilt.
Oh, his backstory is crazy.
I think it's Vandy. I think that's why he was so in love with Diego Pavia's mom. Next up, 4 versus 13, Nebraska versus Troy. As much as I question Nebraska and Fred Hoiberg,
the mayor.
That's right. It is the mayor. That is. I give me Nebraska in this. I don't think Troy pulls off the upset here.
Yeah.
Are we all in
Give me the
agreement?
Cornhuskers.
Yeah, give me the mayor.
Yeah, so it's pretty. I kind of expected this because it feels like a year where chalk is going to carry deep into
At
the
least for
tournament.
the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, I think so. North Carolina versus VCU. This is
VCU always seems to have those upsets, but they haven't had them lately.
no matter who their coach is, they turn over coaches because guys get better jobs,
Yeah.
but they stay in it. The North Carolina without Caleb Wilson, who's projected at worst to be a top 10 pick, probably a top 5, 6 pick.
Who's the kid who tore his ACL?
He didn't. Caleb Wilson didn't tear his
Oh, okay.
ACL.
It was another team then.
Uh,
Well, if that's not the case, then North Carolina.
yeah, he didn't tear his ACL, but and he also didn't get arrested with over 2 pounds of weed in his apartment, like Alabama's second leading scorer.
Did not know that.
Yeah, he got popped. Bad time to.
In Alabama?
Oh yeah, it was. Believe it was even an on-campus apartment. I believe. This is not my Duke bias. I'm taking VCU for the upset here.
Oh, buddy. There's got to be one, but I don't think that's it.
Give me VCU over Carolina without Caleb Wilson. Cap takes Carolina. LG, who say you?
I'm gonna go with the home of Rashid Wallace, North Carolina.
North Kakalaka.
Both teams play hard.
3 versus 14, Illinois versus Penn. I would assume neither one of y'all caught Penn's crazy comeback in the Ivy League championship game. Bust 2 threes in the last 10 seconds of the game. Harvard missed Yale missed free throws. And then Penn sends it to overtime. They end up winning in overtime. All that to say,
You think I'm taking an Ivy League school?
no, Illinois is gonna smoke them. Give me Illinois in this with their own top 10 pick on the roster as well. What say y'all? Both of y'all, Illinois?
Illinois. I can't support that Sandusky school.
Yeah, yeah. You know something cool about Penn. Well, it's
Something, as we just talked about Sandusky. Well, something cool about that.
that's Penn State, sir. Different. These are the ones that
Oh, that's Penn State. This is Penn. Okay.
the.
They get a pass then.
Still too close for me.
But these are the Ivy Leaguers, so they're doing the same stuff just on an island somewhere in the Pacific.
I'm still picking Illinois.
Yeah, still Illinois, but Penn is coached by Fran McCaffery, who was the longtime Iowa coach. I didn't realize he was a guard. He played at Penn. He went to Penn, and he's back coaching his alma mater. He has now gotten 5 teams into the NCAA tournament as their head coach. 5 different teams. Wow. Penn now being the 5th. He joined elite company there. But yeah, give me Illinois. St. Mary's, Texas A&M. This is it's really funny seeing A&M as the underdog here, just as a Power 5 school, and St. Mary's being the second of 3 schools that came out of the West Coast Conference. St. Mary's is legit. They
I was hoping you'd give me something to pick Texas A&M because I like to pick Texas teams, but
Well, A&M way outperformed expectations in the first year of Buckyball down there. They put out a great graphic. They were predicted to get second to last in the SEC, and I think they tied for 3rd or 4th. I think it was 4th. And they put out a graphic that was basically like, expected to get last, never doubt an Aggie. And then the graphic was just like tied for 4th. And it's like, well, guys, you still tied for 4th. Like, it's not.
you're celebrating a tie of 4th.
That's right. Yeah. But
And because of that, St. Mary's.
yeah, again, not
You don't
my
celebrate ties for 4th.
not my UT bias. I think St. Mary's gives Houston everything they have in the second round.
Yeah.
Like we're about to talk about. I go St. Mary's. What you go St. Mary's? How about you, LG?
St. Mary's, because she works miracles.
Indeed. Last one in the South, Houston versus Idaho. My fighting Idaho Vandals. 1 starch madness. if you remember the game that I convinced a bartender to turn on at the bar, and then when she realized it was Montana versus Idaho, she just looked at me like, "What the hell, dude? Like, what? You just made me waste 5 minutes."
Trying to look for this channel.
There's people at the bar in line, and you're trying to get this Starch Madness on. Okay, go F yourself. But no, Houston. I think Houston can make a deep run if they get past St. Mary's.
Yeah.
Because I think St. Mary's will be the toughest team they play until they play Florida.
And it was Houston and Arizona in the finals in the Big 12, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And Houston, of course, led by local kid Kingston Fleming's a future. Got to be a top 5 pick. I think he's going to go 4th overall.
Houston.
Especially after he has a big tournament here. We all go Houston.
Yep.
LG?
Cougs,
always. So there's half the bracket. Moving to the other side, the West, number 1 seed, the roommate's alma mater, not Texas Tech. I'm talking grad school because she's an educated gal. Arizona takes on Long Island. I believe Long Island might be making their first appearance in the tournament, but either way, it's not gonna be a long one.
Going party school.
Yeah, it's
Lake Havasu all the way.
It's Arizona, no question in that one. I think LG, you agree?
Arizona.
Villanova versus Utah State, your 8 versus 9 matchup.
I usually lean Villanova because I always hear them in the tournament and they're always in. I don't know anything about them this year. I don't know anything about Utah State. What's your say? I'm gonna lean.
I like Utah State in this game. Utah State is.
You got 20 seconds to convince me.
So they play in the Mountain West, late night games, caught a lot of their games throughout the year. Mountain West was really, really good this year. Utah State won it all won the conference tournament as well. They were regular season and conference. You had New Mexico and San Diego State as 2 of the teams that are in that next 4 out, both Mountain West schools. Colorado State also got in a Mountain West school. I think the Mountain West, you could even argue, outside of the top 2 or 3, the rest of the Mountain West was just as good, if not better, than the Big East that Villanova played in this year. And Utah State plays a brand of basketball that is conducive to tournament. It's very
half-court style.
Physical, half-court. They've got some big old corn-fed Utah boys.
Right, you convinced me. Utah.
Leaning Utah. LG, what say you?
Wildcats.
All right. LG stays on the Nova train. Cap follows me off the edge of the cliff. We take the upset Utah State. Wisconsin versus High Point. I am so tempted to take High Point.
You think Wisconsin, do they have injuries?
No. And this is where I'm trying not, as much as I have badmouthed the Big Ten, I'm trying not to lead it to me making stupid picks, like taking High Point in this game. High Point's record's deceptive. They're 30-4, but they haven't really played anybody outside of their 4 losses, where I think 3 of those were to Power 5 schools, maybe only 2 of them. I can't remember. I read earlier.
You're trying to convince the 5-12 upset.
That's what it is. Because you're always hunting for a 5-12.
Yeah.
And I think we took.
You ain't gonna get it from me, Wisconsin.
Yeah, we took VCU over North Carolina was an 11-6. I think this is a really close game, but I side with you. I stay Wisconsin over High Point, but I would not be surprised whatsoever if High Point wins that game. What say you, LG?
I'm going with High Point.
Going High Point, okay. Damn it! I'm gonna be mad if
hits from the bomb.
I'm gonna be mad if that. Well, it's funny too because Wisconsin uses Cypress to jump around at their football, so it serves dual purposes there. Arkansas versus Hawaii, as my great grandmother, rest in peace, Granny Mo.
So this is the kid that tore his AC. No, this is the kid that has the possible number 1 draft overall.
Oh, Darius Acuff, Arkansas point guard. He's not gonna make it into the top 3. I don't think he's undersized. I think Kingston Fleming even ends up getting picked ahead of him. But I think you could see Flemings go 4 and Acuff go 5. Absolutely. I mean, he is a stud. He's the real deal. He is the type of offensive player that can single-handedly. Well, I mean, we just saw him carry Arkansas to the SEC championship.
So Arkansas for me.
Yeah, as much as Hawaii has a really interesting roster. They've got a 7-foot tall kid that shoots threes, but going up against an SEC school with the athleticism that Arkansas has, I don't.
Oh, did Harper just tie it up?
Oh, I think he
Harper
did.
just tied it up.
Yes. All right, bottom of the 8th.
Now Judge is up. Come on, get us over the hump, Judge.
Keep your eye on this as we keep
Yeah.
burning through.
right.
Everybody take Arkansas.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna go with Patty Mills' Rainbow Warriors.
Oh, buddy.
Wait, Patty Mills, Rainbow Warrior. Patty Mills went to St. Mary's.
Patty Mills is the general manager of Hawaii.
Really?
Did not know that. Look at that. You're gonna lose.
I'm reconsidering. I gotta stick with Arkansas. We did take St. Mary's over A&M though in honor of Patty Mills. BYU versus the winner of North Carolina State or Texas. BYU, another team with a top 3 draft pick, AJ Dybonsa, on their roster. BYU hasn't been as good since they lost the heir to Tater Tots to what is it? Ol Ida? Isn't that the
Ora Ida?
Ora Ida?
Florida
So
Island, yeah.
there's a dude on BYU, last name Saunders. His great grandfather is the founder of that. He's basically the guy that invented tater tots. But he tore his ACL and
You're not
he's
gonna
been
convince
out.
me anything Brigham Young is good. So, but I will pick those Mormons.
Yeah, look, in honor of soaking, I will pick the Mormons as well. LG, are you a fan of soaking?
Not really, and I'm going to go not BYU.
Oh,
He's taking the Texas NC State. He doesn't care. He just says, "Give me one of them."
As someone who's been to BYU University, I'm going not BYU. Yeah.
all right. So you will take the field of either NC
He
State.
keeps his morals. I don't. I can be bought.
What is the what's the score of that
If
game
BYU
right now?
wants to sponsor this show, I
So-
will take that Mormon money.
halftime of Texas versus NC State. Texas leads 30-29. So still a lot to be decided there. 3 versus 14. Gonzaga taking on Kennesaw State. The boys from the greater Atlanta area. Give me the Zags.
Zags.
Without much analysis here. We all in agreement.
Yep.
Okay. Although I do love Kennesaw State's logo with the owls. It's way better than what Rice does with the owl mascot.
Drake soured the owls for me.
Miami versus Missouri. 7 versus 10.
It doesn't Miami a good school? Like they had a good team.
I would say solid, but not. Their record is misleading. I don't think they are as good as the 25-8 suggest.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned, because the tournament gave the underdog Missouri a home game, this game being played in St. Louis, there aren't many cities. St. Louis is a super underrated basketball city. They love their Missouri Tigers. Give me Missouri for the upset in this
What
one.
you leaning, LG?
Mizzou.
I'll go Mizzou.
All going Mizzou. I just think it's such a disadvantage
Yeah,
to
this is
Miami
a
to
home.
ask them to play in front of 50,000 Missouri fans in the first round as the favorite in that game. So ridiculous.
And they still got the hangover from the loss of the Natty.
Exactly. Lastly, Purdue, number 2, Purdue taking on Queens University out of North Carolina. Queens making their first appearance in the tournament.
That's where I traveled from Africa and found my wife.
Well, of course. Where else does a king find his queen?
I mean, of course. Yeah, look, as much as I hate it, I got to go Purdue with this. Purdue is one of, if not my most, I like North Carolina I like UNC more than I like Purdue. As a Duke fan, that tells you a lot. I cannot stand.
You're gonna get emails from Duke fans.
I hated Gene Cates. No, look, we can all coalesce around our Midwest hate. You hate them too. You deny the existence of certain Midwesterners. I love nothing more than seeing Purdue fans cry big fat Midwestern tears fueled by nothing but cheese and beer. But I got to go Purdue. What say y'all?
Purdue.
Boilermakers.
Yeah. It was awesome. I will say this, as much as I didn't like Gene Cates coached Purdue teams as a kid, it was pretty awesome to see him in attendance, still kicking it, still able to get out to games. He was at that Purdue-Michigan game.
All right, let's run through these pretty fast. I got this tea's running through me, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, we're at an hour and a half. Michigan as the 1 seed. Michigan, they're going to beat whichever.
Howard. It's Howard because.
Oh yeah, Howard won. Yeah, they'll beat Howard. Howard wins their first game ever in the NCAA tournament earlier tonight. Georgia versus St. Louis. St. Louis as the 8-9 game. Do you know what St. Louis's mascot is?
Yes,
Cardinal.
it's the Billiken.
Do you know what
is a billiken?
Do you know what a billiken is?
Is it like a pelican?
That's what I thought, and that's what I told the roommate.
It's not.
And then
it's a jolly fat man.
It's a little troll-looking Buddha guy that brings luck.
The official good luck god of Osaka, Japan.
That's exactly right.
I'm going with my fat man.
You gotta go with the
Give
fat
me the
man.
Jabba the Hutt drop there, LG.
What do you follow Cap's lead and take the Pelicans as well, LG?
No, I'm going Georgia.
All right, LG stays Georgia.
That dog tried to kill Bevo.
Cap goes St. Louis. This is a hard one because my heart says St. Louis, but my mind says take the Power Five.
But my mind's telling me.
Take the up and down Georgia team, but screw it. I'm following your lead, Cap. Give me St. Louis. Give me St. Louis in that. Tech versus Akron. Tech. Playing without their best player for the last month of the season as he tore his ACL.
That's who it was. I'm wondering who.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to make it through this first game.
Akron's tough. Akron, the other team, it's funny, Miami of Ohio was expected to face Akron in the championship game of that MAC tournament. But Akron ends up winning it. Miami of Ohio gets in an at-large. Cap says Tech. What say you, LG?
Red Raiders.
Red Raiders. The roommate wouldn't let me back in the house tonight if I said Akron. So I will say the Red Raiders as well. Bama versus Hofstra, the fighting Speedy Claxtons, who he now coaches. Speedy got Hofstra into their first NCAA tournament as a player. Now he is back as the head coach. Alabama losing their second leading scorer with the pot charges earlier this week.
They rally around him by doing a GoFundMe. So give me Alabama.
Yeah, I don't think Bama is impacted in this game, but I think it obviously affects them down the road. We all taking Bama in this?
Alabama!
There it is. Thank you. Tennessee versus the winner of SMU and Miami of Ohio. Tennessee with Nate Mint on the roster, another top 10 pick coming up in the draft this summer. SMU technically was the last team into the tournament as an at-large. We all know the Miami of Ohio's story. We'll see which one prevails in that game tomorrow. But I still think Tennessee beats whichever one that is. So
you don't think Miami, Ohio can?
I don't. I think it's a great story. But I'm not even sure they beat SMU tomorrow night. I would lean SMU in that game.
All right, give me the chalk.
Yeah, that feels like chalk to me. Tennessee. All aboard Tennessee. The fighting Rick Barnes.
Tennessee.
3 versus 14. Virginia versus Wright State. Let's just all take Virginia and move on.
I'll take the Verge.
Okay. And 2 more.
Calipari.
This might be the best game of the first round.
Really?
Kentucky versus Santa Clara. Santa Clara, the 3rd team into the tournament from the West Coast Conference, the other 2 being Gonzaga and St. Mary's. Santa Clara was right there with both of those teams throughout the year. It's a really, really good team. Steve Nash's alma mater. The Kentucky team has been so hit or miss, so up and down. Doesn't have that star. Once, Kentucky doesn't have the star one and done guy to carry them. I am going out on a limb and taking Santa Clara over Kentucky in this one.
I gotta trust you. If they don't got that one and done, that's all Kentucky's got.
What say you, LG?
Wildcats.
Wildcats. So
The other Wildcats.
Kentucky LG supports Adolph Rupp and the last team to integrate in college basketball. I see. That's cool. And then lastly,
They got good fried chicken. In
They do
Kentucky.
have good fried chicken. Iowa State as the 2 seed versus Tennessee State. Iowa State is really, really good. I expect them to make a deep run in this tournament, potentially even a Final Four out of this bracket. Give me Iowa State.
Yep. Cyclones.
All right, we are all in agreement. There's quite a few we disagree on. There are quite a few we have differing opinions on. But when we get back in here on Friday at 3:00 to do our 3 to 7 NCAA tournament watch party, we will revisit our picks, see which ones we got right, see which ones we got wrong, and of course check in on the games that are going on during that window. LG, let's do some lightning round. 9:36. We mark
Okay,
it. I'll
I'll
let
go-
you go first.
I'll go ahead and start. I didn't tell him before the show, but there's a video through the proper channels.
Oh, God.
The proper channels. You're talking about Fox News? Okay, let's put that up here. Fox News, the proper channels.
It's the only video I could find on Twitter.
Hey,
I
sir,
want to ask you.
it's the most trusted
It's
voice
the,
in news.
It's the most watched national news station. in the
Which
world.
doesn't that mean you're the mainstream news?
Yes, I've
If
argued this point.
You mean the news station that argued in court that no reasonable person would believe what they put on air is news?
Wait, you mean the news organization that had to pay almost $800 million because they lied about the voting machines?
and they're going after another voting machine. Anyway,
You can't promo
this is a
yourself
video.
as the most
this
watched
is a video. This is
and
a,
not be
LG,
mainstream.
tell me, do you think you could have the reaction time to stop this and how freaking scary?
So first set it up. What is this a video of?
This is a video of a self-driving. Yeah, we just went down
Allegedly self-driving.
Allegedly.
Isn't there something on the Tesla that keeps a memory of either you're on self-driving or you're not on
Let's play the video and I'll explain for you.
I like this. I like
here you
this.
go.
So
Here-
allegedly, Tesla, who records everything and is one of the best elite self-driving machines in the world, did this.
Oh, wait. Hold on. You've got copyrighted music on here.
Oh, God. Oh,
I
God.
thought that
Try
was just-
again.
I thought that was just the road.
Ho, ho.
Oh!
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. First of all, because this is an audio show,
The Tesla,
As
damn
much
near-
as it is
imagine
video.
being on one of the high-speed things on I-35.
it's an overpass turn.
Like
You just took an exit.
at
You're
410 and 281.
Right.
At 410 and I-10.
281, 1604.
Those high ramps, and it just goes straight and does not turn, and it looks like you're about to drive off a 90-foot drop.
I thought it was about
yeah.
to flip over it.
First of all, I like to point out that that video was shot in 16:9. Tesla dash cams record in 4:3 aspect ratio, and they always include an overlay that shows what mode. Here's an example of what a Tesla dash cam should look like. How convenient is it that they cropped out the top part of that where it says self-driving, says the miles per hour, says your location.
Things that make you go,
Now, knowing that Elon Musk is a control overlord, megalomaniac,
aren't we all, brother?
sociopath,
Aren't we all?
who wants to be, the evil emperor of the world? Do you think
Ominous music.
copyrighted music? Do you think that he has withhold this for legal reasons, and they had to use a different dash cam to show what is actually happening because they are hiding the truth.
Oh, now we've hit the portion of
Which one could be right?
So somebody who's driving a Cybertruck, which has a built-in dash cam, had the wherewithal to install a second dash cam
Because they didn't trust.
the one that was on the Tesla,
Yeah.
and they're using this as proof, which has no evidence of what mode the car was in.
Have they come out and said it was not self-driving?
It could have been a Russian.
Every article says allegedly self-driving.
Because
Every single
Elon has
article.
already taken it to court.
There's no proof.
They-
They don't have proof.
when you say
Why wouldn't you
allegedly-
put
when you
the
say
Tesla
alleged-
dash cam, which says the mode?
When you say
Why wouldn't
alleged,
you use that? Why would you
because
use something else?
Elon, he has to release it. You don't
No,
get
he
that
doesn't.
info.
Yes, you do get it. It's on the USB drive. I can
He
pull
sent
every
a cease
single
and desist
video
letter.
off my car right
He
now.
says, you use that video, I will sue your ass.
They're already suing, and he can countersue because they cropped the video. They cropped off all the info. This is a person who probably fell asleep in regular driving mode and crashed their car and tried to blame it on Tesla.
Yeah.
Oh, so you believe in the AI?
Why would they crop the video or use a different dash cam? That's all I'm saying.
I'm in the camp of I want to know more.
I want more info.
I want to know
All
more.
the
Give
videos
me-
are stored locally on a USB drive in the glove box. You can pull all the videos off, and they will include the overlay at the top.
We will have updates on this.
LG's
LG, you're gonna when you say I'm sorry, you were right. I just want a shirt of it.
You don't think this is the first person that's tried to do this? You think this is the first case that they've tried to throw at Elon for full self-driving? No.
Is this the first case of self-driving killing somebody?
Well, it didn't
It didn't
kill
kill
somebody.
Oh, I
did
mean,
it?
possibly
Didn't kill
killing
them.
them.
See, now- Fox News, baby.
Yeah, buddy. LG kind of convinced me with the cropping of the video.
This is what you're doing. You're believing all that little wormhole bull crap. You know, yeah, saved it.
Solid.
No, I will not buy.
Show me
your
the video
AI
from the
loving
USB stick.
BS.
Show me the full uncropped
I wanna see-
version,
hey, I wanna see it
unedited
too.
version.
I'm with you.
I
I
think
want to
we're-
see it too.
And we should get it if the lawsuit goes
we should get
far
it.
enough.
I'm gonna
Stay on this.
yeah. I'm
If
gonna-
you had that evidence, wouldn't you show it in the video? Yes, you would.
Unless
You would
Tesla
think.
said you show that evidence, I will sue you with all the money that I have in my power. Don't you think you're a little
They're
scared?
already
And all of
suing
a sudden
Tesla.
you wake up dead?
Your argument
He
makes
committed
no sense
suicide.
because they're suing Tesla.
They're killing people without restraint just to protect AI. You think he's
Safer
like, all of
than
a
any
sudden-
human.
He's like, I had
Not
PTSD
this
and I
human.
killed myself.
Safer than any
No,
human.
no,
the data
no,
speaks
no.
for
Not this
itself.
No
Not
robot.
Safer than any human driver.
You've lost me now. No robot is a better driver than
No
me.
Philip-
My
Not
Tesla
possible.
has more. It can look in more directions than you can, unless you're Cash Patel.
Okay. On that note, hit me, LG. Do you have anything else? Okay.
My
so-
voice can't take it.
Yeah, no, we're hitting the wall. We're gonna end with today in sports, but before we do, an update from last week. One of the days we had the story of Randy Holt getting 67 penalty minutes in a game. I remind you, hockey games are only 60 minutes long. So how did we get to the point where he got 67 total minutes of penalty time? Let me start by telling you, he got it all in the first period of that game.
But he hit the ref?
So in the first period, he racked up 9 penalties total. He had a holding call, that was a 2-minute. He had misconduct, which ended up being 10 minutes. Fighting, which was a 5-minute. He got a second fighting penalty for another 5 minutes, which resulted in a game misconduct, another 10 minutes. As he was leaving, he got into a third fight. So they tack on another 5 minutes for the third fight. And they also tacked on a second misconduct on top of the first one, on top of the game misconduct, which gave him another 10 minutes. And then on top of all of that, he still wouldn't leave the ice, was still trying to fight guys. So they gave them 2 more game misconducts for 10 minutes each, but also carried. So basically they suspended him before the league could even suspend him. So they gave him multiple game misconducts. It was a literally a bench clearing brawl in this game, and you can find the footage out there all together. But it was basically bad blood between the teams, and he was going to set the tone one way or another. It was the Kings versus the Flyers, and the Flyers, you'll remember in the late 70s, that was the Broad Street Bullies. They were known for their physicality, known for beating the hell out of guys. And Los Angeles, Holt was the Kings' big enforcer. And so he took it upon himself
to fight the whole
to basically fight the
whole
entire
team.
Broad Street Bullies. And that's what resulted in 67 minutes of penalty time. As far as today, it's light on actual events that happened, but this is how you know it's light. 1994, this is the only one I got for you besides birthdays and death days. 94, it was announced to the dismay of thousands across the greater Cleveland area that the Jacobs Field, the new Cleveland Indians stadium that was going to open the next year, they announced on this day you would not be able to burn a heater in the outfield bleachers. There was no smoking allowed in the Cleveland Indians' new stadium. Of course, if you've ever seen Major League, that's pretty actually accurate of what it was like out in the outfield. You just had dudes.
If you can chew tobacco, I should be able to smoke tobacco.
Cracking beers and burning heaters out in the outfield.
Bo Jackson, he's like, I was 0 for 2, and I was having a bad game. I went back in the dugout, I've been back in the locker room, crushed the Miller Lite, came back out and hit a home run. And what I find next to my where I was sitting, a cooler full of beer.
Simpler times, buddy. Simpler times. As far as birthdays go, Bobby Jones, the great American golfer, born on this day in 1902, 13 major titles, including the Grand Slam in 1930. Slingin' Sammy Baugh, born 1914. Of course, longtime Washington Redskins quarterback. Also TCU quarterback. And major, in an era where there wasn't a lot of passing.
Yeah, mostly running.
That's how you got the name Slingin' Sammy Baugh, because he actually
He
did.
threw it 25 times a game.
Pretty much, yeah. He was the 4-time NFL leader in passing yards. 1938, Fred Akers would go on to become the head coach of the University of Texas, your Texas Longhorns. This one, a name you're never going to recognize, but the achievement is amazing. Robin Knox Johnston, a English yachtsman, born in 1939. He was the first individual to ever sail the circumference of the globe nonstop. He did a full nonstop circumnavigation
So
of
people
the
just
globe.
dropped off food to him, or what?
I think he had plenty of his. He was eating a lot of
Salted fish.
crackers and salted fish. Yeah, he did that in 1969.
Hey, simpler times.
1944, Cito Gaston.
Did he catch as much crap as Greta Thunberg or whatever her name is?
No, I don't think he was doing it for a cause. I think he was just doing it because he was a crazy man. Cito Gaston would go on to become the manager of the Blue Jays. I mention it because he was born here in San Antonio.
Hey, buddy.
In 1944. 1959, Danny Ainge, of course, longtime Celtic, now general manager of the Utah Jazz. 1972, Mia Hamm, 276 caps for the women's national soccer team. 1981, a basketball player was born that in another life, if I could have lived his life, I would have. That's all I ever would have asked out of an NBA career.
Will Chamberlain.
Kyle Korver, just straight dead-eye three-point shooter. Absolutely no defense. Just, you need me to make a shot? Put me in.
Yeah, put
I
me
got
in,
you.
coach. I got a 3 for you.
Kyle Korver, born in 81, also now the assistant general manager of the Atlanta Hawks. Katie Ledecky, the 9-time Olympic gold medalist, born on this day in 97. Lastly, 2 more death days. Dead 1965, Almost Alonzo Stagg, the pioneer of what you know as American football, man responsible for establishing rules such as what is a line of scrimmage and not a rugby scrum. You could go down the list and talk about all the things, all the innovations he brought to the early version.
Too bad he's not here to define what is a catch.
That's correct.
Oh,
yeah.
buddy.
Well, at that point, the forward pass was not allowed in his version of the rule books. He died in 1965 at the age of 102, if that gives you an
I'm
idea.
dancing over here like Forrest Gump. Come on now.
Lastly, last one of the day, a name that means nothing to you, died on this day, 1994, Ellsworth Vines. You've never heard of him, right?
No.
He won the U.S. Open in tennis back-to-back years, 1931, 1932. He won Wimbledon in 1932. He also won 3 PGA Tour titles.
Whoa.
3 PGA Tour titles, 3 major tennis victories for Ellsworth Vines, dead on this day.
White people.
1990. Yeah.
Ellsworth is a solid name. We need more kids being named Ellsworth.
Bring it back.
Yes.
One of y'all have another kid and bring it back. On that note,
Another.
LG, yeah, well, I guess another from across the table. You have your first. I'm not having any. Get us out of here so Cap can go drain the main vein. Before you do, tell the good people how to get a hold of
You
you.
can get a hold of me at the Captain's Chair 2.0 on Instagram and X, and get a hold of us at sportscave.live on everything, mostly.
Sportscave.live, big on Grinder. LG, when's the next stream going down?
No clue.
No clue. Well, the next stream for us will be Friday, 3 to 7. Come hang out as we watch tournament games. Get a hold of me on X at Biggest Puma. You got to go that bad?
Yes.
On X at Biggest Puma. On Instagram, biggest.puma. Pray for Cap. We'll see y'all Friday. Good Lord. Peace.
Kids, what do we say about drugs?
Only thugs use drugs. Say no to drugs.
Yeah!